There was a time when effort felt straightforward. You wanted something. You acted. You recovered. Effort had a beginning and an end. Now even small things feel heavier. Getting started takes more energy. Staying consistent takes more energy. Recovering takes more energy. And at some point, you start to wonder, why does everything feel harder now than it used to? It's easy to assume the answer is decline, that you've lost something, that you're weaker, that your capacity has shrunk. But effort didn't increase because you became less capable. It increased because life became layered. Earlier in life, effort was mostly physical or immediate. You studied, you worked, you tried again. The feedback was clear. You could see what your effort produced. As life progressed, effort quietly changed form. You didn't just start doing things. You started managing them, managing outcomes, managing consequences, managing other people's needs, managing your future self. Each action now carries context, time, money, impact, long-term effects. So even simple tasks no longer exist on their own. They move through layers of thought, planning, consideration, risk assessment, responsibility. That processing is effort, even when nothing dramatic happens. This is why effort feels heavier, not because tasks are harder, but because they're not isolated anymore. You don't just clean. You clean while thinking about everything else that still needs attention. You don't just work. You work while considering deadlines, stability, sustainability. You don't just rest. You rest while calculating how long you can afford to. Effort multiplies when attention is divided. And attention is one of the most underestimated forms of labor. Thinking is work. Deciding is work. Anticipating is work. But because it happens internally, it rarely gets acknowledged. Another reason effort feels heavier is accumulation. You're not starting from zero anymore. You're carrying history, past choices, past responsibilities, past fatigue. Each new effort stacks on top of what hasn't fully cleared. So what once felt manageable now requires more energy. Not because it's bigger, but because it's added. There's also restraint. Earlier effort often came with freedom. You could try. You could fail. You could recover quickly. Now effort is more careful. You think before you move. You consider who else will be affected. You measure risk. That caution isn't weakness, it's maturity. But maturity slows things down. It replaces speed with responsibility. And responsibility adds weight to even small actions. This is also why effort feels less rewarding. You put in energy, but the payoff isn't immediate. Maintenance doesn't celebrate effort. Consistency doesn't applaud itself. You don't get a visible reward for keeping things from falling apart. So, effort feels endless. And when effort feels endless, it's easy to feel discouraged. You start mistaking heaviness for inability. But what you're experiencing is not a loss. It's expansion. You're carrying more awareness, more people, more consequences, more time. Effort feels heavier because you're holding a wider frame. And wide frames require strength of a different kind. Not explosive strength, sustaining strength. The kind that keeps showing up without urgency. The kind that doesn't look impressive but holds life steady. If everything feels like it takes more effort now, pause before judging yourself. Ask what you're carrying. Ask what you're considering. Ask what you're holding in mind while doing what looks simple on the surface. You may realize that effort didn't increase randomly. It increased because you care about more than you used to. And caring has a cost. That cost isn't failure, it's responsibility settling in.